신랑님 따라가서 와가지고.
Like Princess Diaries when Anne Hathaway gets out of the car.
Yeah, he's like, that's why I don't know Korean.
신랑 제임스 카우 군과 신부 이하나 양의 축복된 결혼식을 허용했습니다.
Normally, if we were in the States right now, I'd be standing before you as Father Ben of the American Marriage Ministry. However, since our jurisdiction hasn't made it overseas yet, feel free to drop the formalities and just call me Ben. We've gathered here today from all over the world with the sole purpose of witnessing these two, James Cao and Hannah Lee, join in matrimony and seal their lifelong union. Together, we celebrate the enduring love they've shown each other on this 12-year journey, with a little help from the friends and family along the way who've made this relationship not only possible, but probable. Shout out to Mr. Cao for that. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us. On behalf of the bride and groom, we appreciate that. I'm truly honored and a little nervous to be standing here today. I take some solace, however, from the fact that I truly believe these two to be a near-perfect match. Oh, sorry, can you hear me? All right. To me, they're like that annoyingly perfect cousin that Asian parents are constantly comparing you to, who's always making you look bad. I can't help but feel a little underqualified. As many of you know, Jimmy and Hannah have been inseparable since they were 17, as teenagers in high school. For perspective, 12 years ago, the first iPad was just being released. Facebook was still peak cool, and TikTok was still just a Kesha banger. Suffice it to say, these two are no strangers to love. I tried asking the wisest person I know, ChatGPT, for a little bit of help writing this speech. However, it had a little bit of trouble with the personalization part. Sorry, Hannah, I guess it's not a subscriber. I'm on my own. I first met Jimmy at our inaugural fantasy football draft in 2017. The first thing I noticed about him were his bendy, claw-like fingers. I thought to myself recently, that's a guy who has no excuses for losing his ring. Soon after, though, his let's go attitude, competitive nature, and hearty laugh really began to shine through. I didn't see Jimmy and Hannah together as a couple until a Tahoe snowboarding trip the following January. Right off the bat, I could see the ease with which they operated, the earnest attentiveness Jimmy always showed Hannah. and the way they couldn't keep each other's names out of their dang mouths. By the end of that trip, I knew we'd had something special. That year, Jimmy and I quickly bonded over a love of the outdoors, many trips, both large and small, and countless half-baked business ideas, mostly from Jimmy. One common thread that seemed to emerge was that Jimmy could not stop bringing me to meet his family. From his uncle and aunt in Santa Barbara, all the way to his extended family in his hometown of Shaoxing, China. Taste-wise, I must have been Hannah to meeting the parents. On a serious note though, Jimmy's easygoing and adventurous attitude have always made him an ideal travel partner, and his generosity have created special memories that I'll always cherish, like spending Chinese New Year with his family, toasting baijiu with all of his relatives. With Hannah, somewhere between her wacky video ideas and the countless selfies that she would take on my phone, she and I also grew close. She has an uncanny and endearing way of drawing you into her gravity. Her effervescence brightens every room she's in, and the certain je ne sais quoi makes you instantly comfortable and accepted to just be your authentic self. Her love, whether it be for Pepper, for Jimmy, or for Domino's, usually in that order, is infectious. And suddenly, I find myself I couldn't get enough of that salt-colored fluff ball that I was once just ambivalent about. We miss you a lot, Pepper. You would have loved to be here today. During our early road trip together as couples, with Gwenny over there, Hannah would often pepper the car with deep personal questions. And even then, I remember being amazed at how well they could answer each other's questions. It often felt like Hannah knew Jimmy better than he knew himself. What was obvious, though, was that they were clearly each other's biggest fans. Together, they always had a lot of fun, they never failed to make each other laugh, and they constantly choose each other first. Individually, however, they're actually quite different, and a rare example of differences complementing each other so well. Where Hannah might lack confidence sometimes, Jimmy is staunch with support. Where Jimmy feels shy or awkward, Hannah pushes him out of his comfort zone. Jimmy is a perfect recipient of all the goodness that Hannah emits: assurance, silliness, and care. And in turn, Jimmy showers her with gifts, thoughtfulness, and attention. Hannah brings silliness and joy into their lives, while Jimmy shows Hannah the world through carefully curated, bite-sized experiences. Your stubborn and unwavering love and genuine belief in each other have brought you here today, and will undoubtedly continue to carry you far. I hope you never let that go. The audience here today reflects all the many phases of Jimmy and Hannah's journey. Their lives move and change rapidly, with new adventures at every turn. Throughout it all, they have remained steadfast to each other, never losing sight of one another. They can, quote, get through anything together, unquote, from Jimmy, the good and the bad. They have been each other's sources of comfort and unconditionally supported one another through any decision. Who could have said it any better than Jenny63286914, one of Hannah's adoring fans who commented on YouTube? It takes so much to be with someone for a decade. So much patience, love, strength, communication, understanding, and most importantly, respect. Shout out to you, Jenny from Taiwan. Some wise words. That commitment will be the foundation that will continue to carry them into the rest of their lives. The lifelong vows made here today should be easy for two people who've lived these values their entire lives. Savor this moment and treasure this memory, because Jimmy will definitely get quizzed down the road on who said I do first. All right, now for the part we've all been waiting for. Hannah and Jimmy, can you join him? All right. Do you, Hannah, take Jimmy to be your husband? Do you promise to love him, to laugh with him, to cherish him, and to support him through thick and thin, in sickness and in health, for the rest of your days?
I do.
Do you, Jimmy, take Hannah to be your wife? Do you promise to love her, to laugh with her, to cherish her, and to support her in sickness and in health for the rest of your days?
I do.
Let's do the ring. All right. Hannah first.
And you first. Put it on.
No, that's my ring. I need that ring. You know it.
Hannah,
Oh, okay.
Hannah, before placing the ring on Jimmy's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I pledge my life and love to you.
I pledge my life and love to you.
Ring on it. Jimmy, before placing the ring on Hannah's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I pledge my life and love to you.
I pledge my life and love to you.
Jimmy and Hannah, you have just pledged your unwavering faith to each other in the company of your dearest family and friends. From this day forth, you are two souls on a single path, two hearts that beat as one. Without further ado, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.